in the heart of an ancient, sprawling forest, where sunlight filtered through the dense canopy and dappled patches, and a gentle breeze whispered secrets through the leaves, there stood a tree unlike any other. This tree, known to all the forest creatures as Silvara, was a magical entity with a heart as vast and deep as the roots that anchored her to the earth. For centuries, Silvara had watched over the forest, offering shade, shelter, and wisdom to any who sought it. Her branches extended far and wide, each leaf shimmering with a touch of enchantment that reflected her benevolent nature. Silvara's magic was not just in her form but in her spirit, which was intricately connected to the very essence of the forest. Birds built their nests in her branches, rabbits dug their burrows at her base, and even the elusive fox found comfort in her shadow. She was the heart of the forest, a beacon of hope and life for all who dwelled there. One bright and early morning, a young deer named Leora approached Silvara with a heavy heart. Leora's mother had fallen ill, and despite all the remedies and herbs the forest could offer, nothing seemed to help. Silvara, her leaves rustling softly with empathy, listened to Leora's plea. Deep within her roots lay a hidden spring of healing water, a gift from the earth itself, and Silvara knew this water had the power to cure any ailment. "Leora, my dear," Silvara said, her voice a soothing whisper carried by the breeze, "take this vial and fill it with the water from my roots. It will cure your mother." With hope renewed, Leora carefully filled the vial with the magical water and hurried back to her mother. As the healing water touched her mother's lips, a transformation began. The illness faded away, replaced by strength and vitality. Leora's mother was soon back on her feet, healthy and full of life. News of Silvara's miraculous help spread quickly through the forest, and more animals came seeking her aid. But not all was well in the forest. A dark presence began to encroach upon their sanctuary, the humans. They came with their machines and axes, ready to cut down trees and clear the land for their own purposes. Silvara sensed their approach long before they arrived, her roots trembling with the vibrations of their heavy footsteps and the distant roar of their machines. Silvara knew she had to protect her home and the creatures she loved. She called a council of all the forest inhabitants, from the smallest mouse to the great bear. They gathered around her, eyes wide with fear and uncertainty, the air thick with tension and anticipation. "My friends," Silvara began, her voice steady despite the dread she felt, "a great danger is approaching. The humans wish to destroy our home. We must stand together to protect the forest." The animals murmured among themselves, unsure of how to confront such a formidable foe. They had never faced a threat like this before. But Silvara's calm and reassuring presence gave them courage. She devised a plan, using her ancient magic to strengthen the forest's defenses. With a wave of her branches, Silvara called upon the spirits of the forest. The ground trembled as ancient magic awakened, and vines and roots began to grow thicker and stronger, weaving a protective barrier around the heart of the forest. The trees around Silvara, inspired by her bravery and determination, lent their strength to the cause. Birds flew to spread the word, while the animals prepared to defend their home. As the humans approached, they were met with an impenetrable wall of trees and undergrowth. They tried to cut their way through, but the forest fought back. Vines wrapped around their tools, and branches blocked their path. The animals, guided by Silvara's wisdom, worked together to create obstacles and distractions, slowing the humans' progress. Days turned into weeks, and the humans grew increasingly frustrated with their inability to penetrate the forest. Silvara's magic and the determination of the forest's inhabitants proved too strong. Eventually, the humans gave up and moved on, leaving the forest in peace. The forest celebrated their victory, but Silvara knew their struggles were not over. She continued to watch over the forest, always ready to protect it from any threat. Her magic grew stronger with each passing year, and the forest thrived under her care. Silvara's story spread far and wide, becoming a legend among the animals. She was known as the guardian of the forest, a symbol of hope and resilience. And so, the magical tree stood tall and proud, her branches reaching for the sky, her roots deep in the earth, forever watching over her beloved home. As time went on, the forest flourished under Silvara's guardianship. Seasons came and went, each bringing its own challenges and joys. Silvara remained steadfast, her magic continuing to protect and nurture the forest. She discovered new abilities, such as the power to heal wounds and communicate with animals over great distances, and her influence extended beyond the forest to neighboring woodlands and fields. Despite her growing power, Silvara never lost sight of her purpose. She remained humble and dedicated to the well-being of her home and its inhabitants. Her love for the forest was unwavering, and she found joy in every new life that emerged under her branches. One winter, an unprecedented cold snap gripped the forest. The animals struggled to find food, and many were on the brink of starvation. Silvara, sensing their desperation, called upon the forest spirits once more. She directed her magic to produce an abundance of berries and nuts, ensuring that no creature would go hungry. The animals were grateful, and Silvara's bond with them grew even stronger. She became not only their protector but also a source of comfort and wisdom. They came to her with their problems, and she always found a way to help. As the years went by, Silvara's magic continued to evolve. She discovered new abilities, such as the power to heal wounds and communicate with animals over great distances. Her influence extended beyond the forest, reaching the neighboring woodlands and fields. Despite her growing power, Silvara never lost sight of her purpose. She remained humble and dedicated to the well-being of her home and its inhabitants. Her love for the forest was unwavering, and she found joy in every new life that emerged under her branches. One day, a young fox named Riven approached Silvara with a heavy heart. His family had been captured by hunters, and he feared they would never return. Silvara listened to Riven's plight, her leaves rustling softly in sympathy. "Riven, my dear," Silvara said, her voice a gentle whisper through the leaves, "I will help you. Together, we will find your family and bring them home." With Riven by her side, Silvara used her magic to track the hunters. She guided Riven through the forest, their journey fraught with danger and uncertainty. But Silvara's resolve never wavered. She knew that love and determination could overcome any obstacle. After days of searching, they finally found the hunters' camp. Using her magic, Silvara created a diversion, allowing Riven to free his family. The foxes escaped safely, and the hunters were none the wiser. Riven and his family were overjoyed and grateful to Silvara. Her bravery and compassion had saved them, and they knew they owed her their lives. Silvara, however, asked for nothing in return. Her greatest reward was seeing the happiness of the animals she cared for. As the forest thrived under Silvara's protection, new generations of animals were born. Each generation grew up hearing the stories of the magical tree and her countless acts of kindness. Silvara's legacy became an integral part of the forest's history, a testament to the power of love and unity. One spring, a terrible storm threatened the forest. The wind howled, and the rain poured down in torrents. Trees were uprooted, and many animals were in danger. Silvara, standing tall amidst the chaos, used her magic to shield the forest. Her branches glowed with a bright light as she summoned all her strength. The storm raged on, but Silvara's protective barrier held firm. She channeled her energy into calming the winds and diverting the rain. Slowly, the storm began to subside, and the forest emerged relatively unscathed. The animals were in awe of Silvara's power and dedication. They knew that without her, the forest would have been devastated. Silvara, however, remained modest. She saw her actions as part of her duty to the forest she loved so dearly. Years turned into decades, and Silvara continued to watch over the forest. Her magic became even more potent, allowing her to perform incredible feats. She healed the sick, guided the lost, and protected the vulnerable. Her presence was a constant source of comfort and security. As time went on, Silvara began to sense a change in the world beyond the forest. The humans, who once posed a threat, had started to learn the value of nature. They planted new trees, protected wildlife, and sought to live in harmony with the environment. Silvara saw this change as a sign of hope. She knew that her efforts, along with those of countless other guardians of nature, had not been in vain. The forest remained a sanctuary, a place where all creatures could live in peace and harmony. One autumn evening, as the sun set and the forest was bathed in a golden glow, Silvara felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She had dedicated her life to protecting and nurturing the forest, and she had succeeded. Her magic had woven a tapestry of love and unity that would endure for generations to come. Surrounded by the animals she had helped and the trees she had protected, Silvara closed her eyes and allowed herself to rest. Her spirit became one with the forest, her magic forever intertwined with the land she had loved so deeply. The forest continued to thrive, its beauty and vitality a testament to Silvara's legacy. The animals passed down her story, ensuring that the magical tree's memory would live on. Silvara's love and dedication had created a lasting impact, and the forest would always remember its guardian. And so, the legend of Silvara, the magical tree, endured. Her story was a reminder that even in the face of great challenges, love, unity, and determination could overcome any obstacle. The forest remained a sanctuary, a place of wonder and magic, forever protected by the spirit of Silvara. The moral of the story, the guardian of the forest. The epic tale of Silvara is that love, unity, and determination can overcome any obstacle. It emphasizes the importance of selflessness, compassion, and dedication to the greater good. Silvara's unwavering commitment to protecting and nurturing the forest and its inhabitants serves as a reminder that even in the face of great challenges, collective effort and a caring heart can create lasting positive change. The story also highlights the value of living in harmony with nature and recognizing the interconnectedness of all living beings.